Welcome to TalkEdge, the channel that helps you improve your English listening every day through short stories. Please note, these stories are completely fictional and created solely to support your listening practice. Whether you're working or still in school, if your goal is simply to sharpen your listening skills, join us on this journey to mastering English. And now, let's get started. Welcome to the TalkEdge podcast. I'm Peter. Today, let's sit down together and talk about something I believe many of us experience: overthinking.
Hi, I'm Lisa. Peter, when you say overthinking, I think of those nights when I lie in bed but can't sleep, because my mind keeps going over things, like replaying a conversation again and again, wondering if I said the right thing. Even when I know it's nothing big, I still can't stop thinking.
Exactly. Or sometimes it's small things that feel huge, like waiting for someone to reply, and our mind just spins out of control, imagining all kinds of bad scenarios.
Yes, and we keep asking ourselves, am I doing something wrong? If I do this, what will people think? Did I mess up? The more we think, the worse it gets.
That's right. The strange part is, we know we're overthinking, but we can't seem to stop. It just goes in circles and makes us tired.
Sometimes people think only weak people overthink, but I don't agree. I've seen strong, smart people also get stuck in their own thoughts.
Exactly. And if we don't realize it soon enough, overthinking can stop us from being honest with ourselves, from making decisions, and from feeling peace.
So why do we keep overthinking? Is it just a habit, or is there something deeper behind it? And how can we live a freer, calmer, more balanced life?
That's what today's episode is about. Lisa and I will explore these questions with you. No boring theories, just real stories, honest sharing, and things we've learned through life.
And who knows, maybe something we say today will help you better understand yourself and find a new way to work with your own mind.
So grab a drink, sit back, and let's dive into today's conversation.
Let's go.
Lisa, I often wonder, why do we fall into overthinking? Is it just our personality, or maybe our environment?
I've asked myself the same, and I realized there are many reasons why people today fall into the trap of overthinking. One big reason is that we're afraid of making mistakes.
Totally. I've spent so much time hesitating just because I was scared to make the wrong choice. Even small things, like picking a major, quitting a job, or texting someone. I feared that if I made the wrong move, I'd have to pay for it.
Exactly, and that fear leads to delay. But delaying makes us think even more. Without noticing, we're stuck in an overthinking loop.
Another cause, I think, is expecting too much from ourselves. When we try to be perfect, not allowed to make mistakes, our mind keeps analyzing, reviewing, and checking every little thing.
Right. And I'd add the pressure to always be right, always be good. Often that pressure doesn't even come from others, it comes from ourselves. We set super high standards and then feel bad when we can't reach them.
Modern life adds to it too. Social media, for example. People only post the best parts of their lives, and then, without realizing it, we compare and feel like we're not good enough. That leads to stress and more overthinking.
I've noticed that a lot of people overthink because they lack confidence, not just in others but in themselves. They don't trust their own feelings, their gut, or their choices.
Yes, when we don't trust ourselves, every thought, every action becomes like a mini poll inside our head, and nothing ever feels certain.
If you look deeper, overthinking isn't just a mental issue. It's the mind's quiet way of crying for help. It's saying we're out of balance, carrying too much fear, pressure, and missing a real connection with ourselves.
That's such a deep insight, Lisa. When we understand the root causes, we finally get a chance to break free. I believe we all can learn to listen to our minds with more kindness.
So in the next part, let's talk about common signs of overthinking, so we can recognize it when it starts to quietly affect our lives.
Right. See you in the next part, where we'll help you spot when you're starting to overthink.
Peter, I think one of the most important things is to recognize when we're overthinking, but sometimes it happens so quietly. Do you ever feel that way too?
Yes, absolutely. Overthinking isn't always obvious, like just sitting and thinking too much. Sometimes it hides in very normal actions.
Like when you open your phone to text someone, but then delete the message. Then rewrite it. Then delete it again. Just because you're afraid the message might be misunderstood.
Or when you're stuck on a simple choice, like picking a meal, a coffee shop, or an outfit. You spend so much time analyzing and thinking, and in the end, you still don't feel sure about your decision.
Some people even replay conversations in their heads, like rewinding a movie clip. I should have said this instead. Why did I say something so dumb? Those voices just don't stop.
And when you lie down to rest, instead of relaxing, your brain starts a non-stop emergency meeting. That's a sign your mind isn't resting at all.
Another sign is constantly worrying about things that haven't happened yet. You imagine all the bad scenarios and prepare for problems that may never come.
The more you think, the more confused you feel. And then you do nothing. You freeze. That's when overthinking starts to take control of your life.
Sometimes overthinking pretends to be careful thinking. You think you're just being cautious, but really you're holding yourself back from living freely and confidently.
Realizing these signs is the first important step, because only when you notice it can you learn to pull yourself back into the present.
Overthinking is like driving with the brakes on. Every time you try to move forward, your own thoughts pull you back. It's exhausting. You burn energy, but go nowhere.
So in the next part, we'll go deeper into this question. How can we break the overthinking cycle? Is there a way to live with a lighter mind and a freer heart?
We can't completely stop thinking, but we can learn to think less at the right time in the right way and with clear focus.
In part 4, we'll share some ideas with you about how to break free from overthinking and start living with more peace of mind.
The first thing that helped me escape the spiral was realizing that I am not my thoughts. Thoughts come and go, but you are the one observing them. There's no need to hold on to each one.
One method I've found effective for calming the mind is writing down your thoughts. When the words appear on paper, the fog in your mind often clears up. You'll begin to see what's truly worth your attention and what's just a looping habit.
And another simple way, just sit still for a few minutes and focus on your breath. It's a powerful way to bring yourself back to the present. Every time your mind wanders, gently guide it back.
Another helpful tip, set a time limit for overthinking. You can say to yourself, I'll allow myself to think about this for 10 minutes. Then stop. That boundary can bring surprising clarity to your thoughts.
I used to think, I have to be 100% sure before I can act. But that kind of thinking kept me from starting at all. Until I learned a simple truth. You don't need to know everything to take the first step.
No one is perfect. You don't have to think right, act right, or live right all the time. Just live truthfully and be fully present in each moment. That's enough.
In the end, it's not about eliminating thoughts, but about learning to befriend your mind. Listen to it, understand it, and gently guide it, like you would a child.
And if your mind feels tired today, pause for a moment. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and give yourself permission to rest without guilt.
Thank you for staying with us until the end. Wishing you a light and gentle spirit, even when your mind gets a little stormy.
Thanks for sticking with us and listening to the end of today's TalkEdge episode. Don't worry if you didn't understand everything or only caught a little. I truly believe that with consistent practice, your listening skills will improve a lot. So keep going. You've got this. If you found today's content helpful, don't forget to follow and share it with your friends who are also learning English. That's all for now. See you in the next episode. Keep listening, keep learning.